Alright, I hope this isn't too confusing a video. It's a little bit long, I know, but I'm gonna have to make it in parts. We got it started. Finally got some things to work, but it's again. I'm say it here a couple of times, but this is not a project that if you can't, if you don't have some patience, I wouldn't bother with it. I think it's in the end it'll be worthwhile, but I can't stop at something. I got to make sure it works. I got to keep going. That's just the way I do. I won't let anything beat me. And I think you can do it too if you really want to, and you can have a little patience. Even if you don't have patience, you can try it in pieces. It'll work. You can do it. If I can do it, so let's stay with the video, see what happens. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you. Semper Fi.
Okay, I broke down, saved all my pennies and took quite a while, but I bought this CNC and it's a little different than the other one that I got, which was just laser. This one is laser and it's got a router for cutting, so it's going to be a learning process. I must say, it does have an awful lot of parts, but the instructions look pretty flimsy. And I would suggest you have a little engineering mechanical background, which mine is all self-taught, so hopefully I can put this together properly. I'm not going to go through piece by piece. You can find that all over the internet. When it's done, I'll see what it says and how we can work it, and if it's any good, I'll let you know. Like, share, and subscribe. Alright, first update on the CNC. See that little piece right there? That is these nuts that fit in here and supposed to slide down through this channel so that you can put these screws in there. First problem, they don't go down in the channel. I've had to take a pin punch and do them individually and knock them down straight because, well, first off, they don't fit. Secondly, they want to turn this way in the channel, which means they just pop in and out. They don't bite. They need to go down this way and line up with the hole, and they don't. They won't fit in there. They're just too tight. I don't know if it's the chrome on the nuts or the bad machining on this bracket, but either or, it's a pain in the butt so far, but it's working. Now that's the bottom side of it, but I've got that motor on, and the gear and the slides all seem to go working pretty good. First bit of advice though, don't tighten anything down until you know that it's there and ready and nothing else, because I've had to take this sucker apart. The instructions do not coincide with the way they're not instructions, they're suggestions. This is the way it's supposed to go together, and you put it, you got to figure it out how to do it. I'm not, so far I'm not impressed. So we'll see. Perfect example. On step 2, you put the sides on. On step 3, supposedly you just slide those in. No, because if they don't turn, they don't lock, and you can't get them to turn inside the channel. So you have to do like I just said. Now, step 4, easy enough, because I have that all set up and on there. But step 5, you got to put the other arm on, the other sidewall to hold that with, which means you got to go through this again, which means you got to take that off to get them slide in there and do it right. Very poorly written. Must have been, I'm not going to say that. Okay. Gotta love engineers. Keep it at it. Alright. Got the, I guess it's the main board, controller board. Not of any help with the instructions, because they look stupid. So we got, I suppose, the main pieces all put together, the router and so forth. It does come with a laser, so you can also do that. Output 7 watts, so that's fair. But the instructions, here is my point. See this? It's logically and obviously goes on there, but there's nothing about it in the instructions. The wiring, there is nothing about it in the instructions. Some kind of I don't know, it's got a memory card in it, 1 gig memory card. Nothing in the instructions. I'm not sure where. I'm gonna have to just sit and figure this out, because there is nothing in the instructions. So I'll sit and figure it out and then let you know. Okay, before we go too far here, I want to make sure that I'm understood. And this has been years ago, I'll give you that. Actually, 20 plus years, when we owned our own computer company. We built our own computer line, and I knew hardware pretty good. I also taught at WVU and OSU, and I majored. I didn't graduate or get my degree, because I was needed in teaching more than finishing whatever, blah blah blah. Anyway, I majored in programming, and although I wasn't a great student, I did pass all of my classes. And now we are at the CNC 3018 Pro. And this is what I get. Let's see. My first try, fairly successful second try. That line is my third try. The fourth try, upside down, and my latest accomplishment. It's not working. It's not the machine. I give them that. It's a pretty well built machine. I don't have a problem with that. I haven't been able to get this remote working. I don't know what the problem there is, but it will not connect. But I have tried candle, or whatever they call it. I am working with easel. I'm trying this particular as if, and you know, it all works and it does everything. It doesn't download to the program that comes with it, this gerbil, I guess they call it, gerbil control, GRBL control. But you know, it comes down, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, and I'm going to figure this thing out. I've had this for over a month now, and it's driving me nuts. I can only stand it for just a few minutes. No, that's not true. A few hours at a time. I have gone through all of the, well, a bunch of what do you call it, tutorials on YouTube. And see, here's another thing. Just now, it's not connecting. Anybody that knows these things, you know, leave me a comment here. It's all set up proper and done right. I changed COM port opened, but it doesn't use it. I go back, change it, which I believe it's COM 4, and I'm sure it's set up at COM 4. Not connected. I don't know. It's driving me nuts. Sometimes it connects, sometimes it don't. I wish I knew what I was doing wrong. Anyway, you see the build, you see the machine. I took off, where are they? What did I do with them? They got these sides on it. I couldn't keep the sides on and be able to get my paws in here to work with it and change it and move it and do all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to keep at it, and I will let you know what's going on, how we're doing, how we're not doing. I do not recommend this for anybody who doesn't have the patience, doesn't want to learn. I won't let a machine beat me. I never do that. This machine is going to work. If I got to rebuild from scratch, I'm going to make it work. But for those who might have other software suggestions, I've also tried Heeks, I think it's called. I've tried Inkscape. So let's see, 1, 2, craft, wear, 3, 4, 5 different programs. Man, maybe I just need to focus on one thing. That's not one of my strong points. I always got to do so many things at once. But anyway, that's where we're at. Let's see what we can do. I'll keep at it and let you know. Please like, subscribe, share, and leave some comments. I appreciate it. Semper Fi. Alright, here's what I've learned. One, this little problem with the screw thing. See it down in there? Well, if you slide it in sideways, and when you turn the screw to tighten it, it cranks up and kind of grips. Didn't know that. Now what you do? All of the trials that I went through, that I showed you, finally came out something semi good. No, the picture was later, but this came out okay, and I'm just put that on there just for posterity, I guess. I don't know, just to trying it. I've tried, I guess this clamps are probably as good as any, but I've got another trial type that I'm going to use. What's that guy's name? James Dean Designs. He's an Australian that knows quite a bit about this stuff and give me some pretty good tips on YouTube. There we go. I'll clean it up later. But he saw all the other mistakes I made. This was one that, yeah, I didn't. It looks better through the camera than it does. Anyway, interesting. Didn't work out. I don't really like it. Then I tried something else and still didn't. That didn't work out. This is all after this one, and it broke a bit on this one. I turned it over to, I was trying to save some wood, and it broke a bit again, a bigger bit, and I've broken, what, I don't know, 3, 1, 2, and the third one's in there, so 3 bits. So I figured out why you're breaking bits. Feed rate and or depth per pass is too high. Come on. Basically, well, there, it's saying in the cut settings that this feed rate, I've got it set at 15, which is half of what it was before, still breaks. The plunge rate at 5 and it still breaks. I think maybe I'm cutting the cutting pass. I've got it cut too deep, the depth per pass, so it's going down into here too deep, and that's too much for that little metal. So rather than keep breaking, I'm going to take a break. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do just now, but anyway, there is my new 3018 Pro CNC, and it's all nice and dirty and dusty, needs cleaned up. I picked up a little shop vac at Home Depot for 40 bucks just to clean up. I think I might go ahead and try the laser. I've had some problems dealing with the laser so far, but I didn't try very hard either. So we'll do that, see what happens, and I'll let you know. But meanwhile, this is oh, did I tell you about easel? I haven't signed up for it yet. I've still got 25 days free left on it. So I'm gonna, this is the next thing I was trying. That's what keeps breaking the bits, as you can see, maybe right there. So, but I'm gonna go play with the laser for a little bit, see if I can get it working. And easel seemed to be the easiest one that I could understand, and how this works. It gives me a good understanding of how things work, and maybe I can make some of the others work. But it seems to have an awful lot of tutorials on YouTube. Let's see. Doesn't help to have a really slow computer, but come on. There. Jeez. But anyway, that's one of them. And but you can get on YouTube and look up easel, and it tells you a whole bunch of good overviews, text, parking, the whole bit. It's not, I don't know, it's bits and pieces, but if you put it all together, it works out pretty good. So that's the way it is. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope this isn't more confusing than before, but like I said, this is not something if you don't have patience with. And I'm not going to let this sucker beat me. We're going to work this sucker out and start getting some things on here. Hey, wouldn't it be cool? I don't give things away, and I don't have, I don't have money and stuff like that. But I wouldn't mind making some stuff and giving that away. We'll see. That's a thought. Okay, like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. God bless. Bye.